The first heaven. The Bible talks about a kind of heaven you've seen every day, and it's probably not the one you think. The first heaven in the Bible isn't where God's throne is, it's where the birds fly. That alone changes how most people think about the word heaven because it tells us the Bible is using the term in a much broader, more grounded way than we usually imagine. If you go back to Genesis in the opening chapter, God creates what Scripture calls the heavens. But when you actually read what's being described, it isn't mystical or abstract at all, it's physical. God said, "Let there be an expanse between the waters." And God called the expanse heaven, Genesis 1, 6-8. The Hebrew word there is shamayim, and in this context it simply means the open space above the earth, the sky, the atmosphere, the expanse we live under every day. This is the realm of clouds, of wind and weather, of birds in flight. Later in Genesis 1, we're told that birds fly across the face of the heavens, Genesis 1:20. And centuries later, Jeremiah uses the same language when he says, "I looked, and there were no people. Every bird in the heavens had fled," Jeremiah 4:25. Nothing symbolic is happening here. This is just the normal way Scripture talks, which leads to an important clarification. And this is where a lot of confusion disappears. Not every mention of heaven in the Bible refers to God's dwelling place. Sometimes it just means up there. The sky you see when you step outside. The space planes move through. The place storms gather and birds glide. The Bible is completely comfortable calling that heaven without turning it into something mystical. And this matters more than people realize, because if we miss this, we start reading every mention of heaven as if it's about angels, eternity, or the afterlife, when sometimes it's simply talking about creation itself. This first heaven reminds us of something foundational. Before heaven is a destination, before it's a throne room, before it's a promise of what's to come, it's part of the world God made and called good. And that sets up the next question perfectly. If this is the first heaven, the one we can see, what are the others Scripture points us toward? And why does the Bible move so carefully between them?